Hello, my name is Monica and this is my first video. I'm doing this video in English even though my mother language is Spanish because I need to practice a little bit more of my second language. And for this video we are going to talk about books that I want to read the next year, the year 2024. I'm a compulsive buyer of books and I'm a hoarder of books too. Um, even though my personal library isn't as big as someone thinks, since last year I have been buying a lot of books. There are a lot of books in my wish list of Amazon. I have like 3 shelves full of books, and I haven't finished the almost all the books. I haven't finished them to read them all, and this is a problem because I want to buy a lot of books. Even though I have an interest in minimalism, I don't want to have a minimal library. I want to have a room really full of books. And for the moment I have a steel shelf from Home Depot full of books. And I asked my mom about a lot of books that I haven't seen it since I moved back to my parents' house, and she doesn't even know where they are. So maybe they are in boxes around my house. I don't really know. And the other ones are in my apartment because I live in a semi-rural town where I work in a health center as a doctor for this year. It's the last year of medical school, so I have to do that. And I come here to my parents' house like every once a month or maybe every 2 months maybe. But I need to read all those books. It's like I feel I can't buy more books if I don't read them all, and I need to read all the books I have for the moment. What else? I made a book list for the books I'm planning to read, the next year. And I'm planning to read like one book every month. I don't have them all in my room for the moment, but the other ones are in my apartment in the other town where I'm living. And for the moment, these are the small list of books I have in here. It seems easy to read about half an hour or maybe an hour a day, and read for the moment 12 books for this year, but I hope to read a lot of more of books that I have in here. So I'm going to say which books I have in here that I want to read for this year. The first one is going to be Sustainable Minimalism from Stephanie Marie Seferian. This one. Is to embrace zero waste and build sustainability habits and become a minimalist without sacrificing the planet. It's what it says in here. This is going to be the first book, maybe. The second book I'm planning to read is going to be Atomic Habits from James Clear, but the Spanish or Mexican edition, so it's in Spanish. I started the book. I'm on page 71, but all the books that I'm planning to read, some I started them already, and the other ones they are new. I have a problem that I start to read the book, but then I start to read another, but I don't finish them. So I need to finish them all before I start to read a new book of the list, and then I need to finish all the books on my list before I start to read another book that I have in here in my bookshelf, or if I buy a new one on Walmart or Gandhi, Costco, because those are the libraries here in these towns where I live in the north of Mexico. There are not bookstores or libraries. The next book that I'm planning to read is the third one, is Carlota. This again, I'm on the page 42, but I'm going to start it again. The author is Laura Martinez Belli. It's a historical novel. I have an interest in historical novels, and I have a really, for me it's really interesting to read about history, to read about the period between the First and Second World War. I want to read books about the imperial period of Mexico, so this is one book I have about this period. I have another one, but I don't have it here. It's News from the Empire from Fernando del Paso, but I don't see it here, so I need to look where is it, because that book is really important for me. Again, this is from Carlota, Empress Carlota of Mexico. She was a princess from she was a Belgian princess, and then she married an Austrian Austro-Hungarian prince, and they came to Mexico in the 19th century, and they were she was the empress. The next book I want to read is a little bit bitten from my rabbit. It's an old book. It's called Aztec or Azteca. It's from Gary Jennings. It's an historical bestseller. It's kind of a little bit bold or fat. I don't know how can I say it in English. In Spanish es un poco grueso, está gordito. Um, this is like when I don't know how to explain it in English. Um, I want to read it too. Well, all these books I want to read them. That's why they are on this list. The number 5 is Don Casmurro from Joaquin Machado de Assis. This is a Brazilian author. It's a Brazilian novel. I think it's a classic of Brazilian literature. There's a Brazilian series, and it's called Capítulo. I want to learn Portuguese to watch that series. I I need to watch it. I have only watched the first episode. It was beautiful. I loved it, but I need subs or to speak Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, to understand it. But for the moment, we're going to read the novel of that series, Don Casmurro. The next book we are going to read is Mal Educadas from Maria Florencia Freijo. Is from Argentina, and it's about feminism. It's like basic feminism. I don't know if I'm a feminist, but I have an interest in feminism, and I need to read a little bit of the basics to understand what they are talking about. It seems an interesting book to start to read about it. The other book is an historical novel too. Well, it's a biography. It's The Nazi Officer's Wife from Edith Hanberg and Susan Working. This book is about a Jewish woman who survived the Holocaust by marrying a Nazi officer. I'm at page 189. I almost finished it, and I really like it. Is I don't know how to describe it. The feeling that I had when I was reading this book. I don't know why I didn't finish it at the moment. Maybe it was the fear of finish it, so I stopped reading it. Because when I love a book and I finish it, I feel like emptiness in my body. I don't know what to do with my life after read that book. And that happened with The Name of the Wind from Patrick Rothfuss and 100 Years of Solitude from Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Even the last book that I mentioned, 100 Years of Solitude, I think is my favorite book. And the Buendia family is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, please, I want a second part, I want a movie, I want a series, I want everything about that book. And maybe that's why I didn't finish this one, because maybe I could feel the emptiness, that kind of emptiness. And there's only one movie, I think, one documentary from this woman, Annie. So I got it free in a flea market here in Mexico. I need to finish it, but I don't want it. maybe I can read it again, start again, because I really like it. The next book is in Spanish too. It's Neko Cafe from Ana Solium. Is this book? I just chose it because um, it was. It has a nice cover. It's beautiful. There are cats and it's pink, so that's why I chose it. Then another book that I want to read is Digital Minimalism, or in Spanish Minimalismo Digital. Again, this is in Spanish. It's from Cal Newport, and I want um, I chose it because I want a detox from all social media, from all the online life. And it's ironic because I'm doing this video. And the other book I plan to read is Invisible Woman from Caroline Criado Perez. Is this one? This is about. This is more like medicine, and ism is feminism in the medical field. It's about discrimination, about woman fields, about the woman symptoms and stuff like that. And the other uh, three books that I'm planning to read, I don't have them in here. I have them in my other apartment, and is Unwell Woman, that is the same as Invisible Woman. It's about feminism in the medical field, and The Pain Gap again is the same, you know, feminism in the medical area. And the last one is Environment and Health. In Spanish is Medio Ambiente y Salud. It's the same. It's more like an academic book. So I think that's all. Those are all the books that I'm planning to read this year. They are like 13 books. They are one for every month and a bonus one. I hope to give you a review about some of them, or make an update sooner about the books I finished, and if I add more books to my list. I'm not a booktuber. I don't even plan to be one. I like more like lifestyle book. No, lifestyle YouTuber, but I'm doing this for my free time. So I think that's all. Please subscribe and like and comment so we can make a community here about everything I like. So I think that's all. Bye.